sure that happens. Setting up. Just did that.
While you're getting synced up, I've got some charts pre-set up. For example, your MTT trades or DTM trades and the HODL fire, so I can demonstrate them. And so a little more prepared this time.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we're live on Zoom. On YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Just want to get to the control board. There's the chats. Yo, BitcoinTAF is here. Welcome, David. Seeing a live chat going on here. Let me just get to the control room. And we can get in there. Just live. Getting today.
Looks like we've got one attendee in the waiting room, which is awesome.
So we'll start that now. Just want to get to the crew. There we go. Just go to the control room so everyone's there. Got here. Awesome. Great. Okay, we're live on YouTube, and then I'm not going to make everything live here and start the webinar.
That's very
So,
good.
welcome to you all over the world to BitcoinTAF onboarding, right here with myself and Keith Hampton. Right, Keith, this is our third live session that we are doing with the onboarding, BitcoinTAF.com onboarding, and we are streaming directly to YouTube too. So welcome to everyone in YouTube. I believe I got the control room open there too. So if you have any questions, please let me know there. Thanks for all the hearts there in YouTube. Hey, Sean, welcome. David, yeah, I see all the hearts. Thanks for all the hearts. And great. So we thought it well to start streaming live to YouTube as well as have a webinar. Now, this webinar has been ongoing with Keith for a year, almost a year and a half about, where you were teaching and training and just showing people what BitcoinTAF.com is all about. So then we just decided we want to do it more live too, so everyone can take advantage of this. So that's cool. I see there's one attendee here. Let's just see. Hey, Danny. Welcome. Danny is here. Danny's one of my students at UTC. Great to have him on board as well here with this live onboarding. And maybe he can also, yeah, give us some input from his side, tell us how he finds the courses. That will be awesome. And we can also answer some of his questions too. So Keith, right over to you, sir. Welcome. Great to see you.
Well, hello everybody. My name's Keith Hampton, and I'm like a lot of you people on YouTube and some of you on the webinar. I am just a customer of BitcoinTAF.com. BitcoinTAF, of course, abbreviation for Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. I was introduced to this organization about, gosh, 8, 9 years ago when Marius and Wendy Landman rolled this all out, and it was really a breath of fresh air. What I mean by that is in that cryptocurrency space, there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of people claiming to be experts, and then you find out they're not so good at what they do. And the beautiful thing with Bitcoin Trend Forecast is the organization is built on integrity and honesty, and they're all about helping others. And that's really the bottom line. That's where the hearts are in this entire organization. And the information that we have and the training and education is by far some of the best, if not, I think the best in the entire world. It is phenomenal, depending on what you want. In the crypto space, we all like to get started somewhere, and everybody starts at a different zone. So we have information to help everybody from the very beginning, where you're just trying to get started. I want to invest in cryptocurrency, don't know much about it. We have a lot of beginner information. In fact, I'm going to share my screen and just walk you through some of the basic information. So on our website, you see here, what we highly recommend is that everybody simply sign up. It's free, doesn't cost a thing, where you can delve into the back office and get a lot more information. Or if you just want to check us out, there's lots of information at the top here you can go through. If you want to know where you're at, we even have a little quiz that you can take to kind of give you an understanding of whether you want to be a long-term investor or maybe a medium-term trader or maybe even a short-term trader. Excuse me. So the key here, though, is once you're on signed up, you can get into looking at the information more detailed, our different programs that we have. So I highly recommend for everybody that's just getting started, simply, as I would say, take or sign up to the long-term trade reports. This is the first product that Marius Landman developed over 10 years ago, and it is unbelievable. Marius is a unique individual. He's a mathematical genius utilizing algorithms, and now today tying it in with artificial intelligence, AI technology. He's able to predict the future of different coins in the cryptocurrency space. And that is the key. Gives you guidance as to where we are, where we're going in the crypto space, so that you can make really well-informed decisions. Education is the key. Without it, literally, folks, you're gambling. So I highly recommend that that's something that everybody should be having, whether you're a long-term investor or short-term or even medium-term. You need the guidance first. Then from there, we can drill down into what's more personal for you. A lot of people say, hey, I want to get started. I want to learn more. I want to learn some of the tools. Well, one of the great courses that we have is this foundational trading course. Good place to get started, where they teach you the basics of how to use TradingView, teaches you what trading is all about and what the indicators are and how to get in and how to get out and how to use risk management, which is a very, very important key to any investing, is managing risk. And sadly, most people come at the investing world like Las Vegas gambling, where they throw their money down on a coin and they hope it goes up. And if it doesn't go up, well, it goes to the toilet and they lose all their money. That's not investing. That's gambling. We teach you proper investing, proper risk management. That's so, so important. And then once you've completed the foundational course, then I highly recommend that you move to the next level and take the ultimate day trading course. This course, by far, is the best training in the entire world. And I honestly can tell you that because I've taken the course, I've taken previously other courses, and I got to tell you, I've spent 10 times what the fee is for this ultimate trade course with other people and had maybe 10% of the information. That's how valuable this course is. And you will learn so much about it. The other neat thing about it is we have a lot of signals where you want to follow the traders once you've had some basic training so that you can know when to get in and when to get out of the market. And there is so much to offer. We even have one tool to help you get started called the HODL Fire, which is a very inexpensive tool that can help you when you're early on in your trading. You can see signals. When's the bottom pivots? And let me just show you an example of that. This is what this indicator, HODL Fire indicator, looks like. What you're looking at here is pivots that come to the top of a trend and pivots right at the bottom of a trend. And so literally how this works is you get bottom pivots, you get buy tags, you get sell tags. So in this particular case, we're on 2-hour candles. Very simply, if you were following this tool, you wait for a bottom pivot, and then you wait for a buy tag, which is what you got right here, and you would enter a trade. Risk management, we would set a stop loss because we don't know for sure if it's going to keep going up. If it goes down, we only lose a little bit. as opposed to losing your entire investment. And then as that coin trends up, we simply move our stop loss up to protect our capital. So now from this point on, we've got a risk-free trade. And then when a top pivot comes in, that tells us this is the point to get out. And so we jump out at this point in time, and voila, we've simply locked in a nice profit, in this case, of about 29%. And we had a risk involved there. We could have lost 5%. So the risk reward ratio is 5 to 1. That's pretty phenomenal. So this is a great tool that you can utilize to get started. And there's lots of training videos on how to use this tool. And then when you get more training with the foundational course, then you're going to be getting into other indicators that we go through. And Nico will maybe explain a lot of this for you later on here. But bottom line is, here you're getting pivot points, you're getting strength and support and resistance zones, and guidance as to how to trade these types of coins. So these are the kind of tools that we teach in this course. So that's why I wanted to quickly share that with you. And then I'm going to bring this back over to Nico, where he can maybe give us a better idea of what's happening. Nico?
I was muted there. Yeah, thanks so much, Keith. We definitely going to get in with it. UTC, like you said, there is that foundational course of Argonauts, great foundational course, learning scalping. And then when you are ready to progress to the next step and you feel like you want to get in with technical analysis, you want to get in with what we do in day trading, medium term, long term trading, the UTC or the ultimate trading course is there for you to take. Now, the name might sound a little bit, wow, the ultimate. Is it really the ultimate? Well, after 4 years, we have all the reviews. We have Danny here too. I saw he gave us a little review there, the chat room too, which I'll read. But we had some amazing feedback regarding the course, and that's what I love, because it is kind of my baby. I gave it life together with Marius with the idea of where it's actually started is the idea of providing information and providing a course that will teach you everything that you don't have to go search on YouTube, that you don't have to go search on other platforms on how to trade, but finding it at one place, at one spot, the strategy that works and that works in day trade, in the medium term and long term trading. And yeah, once you take it, you will definitely have an idea what Maurice is doing, what we are doing in the signals of day trade masters, as well as what we are doing in medium term trade reports. And we also give you an indicator with it. It's called the detonator. Now, detonator again sounds quite vicious, but let me tell you, this little tool detonates everything for you to make profit. So definitely in the forefront when it comes to indicators. But it's not just indicators we focus on. We focus on providing you with technical analysis. We actually teach you how to be an analyst. Like you said, you become an analyst. You can do your own charts after that. You can figure out what coin is going to run when. You will be able to figure all of that out. And then just on that basis, there's also even a further study line in UTC called UTC Intermediate and Advanced Trading, where we even take it a step further. So you start with UTC Core, you finish it, and then you have all those options of, am I going to do an advanced course now, where we get in with GAN, we get in with pivots, we get in with Ichimoku Advanced, we get in with all of the other trading styles. But just to make it clear that UTC Core still provides you with everything you need to know. It's not a must that you have to continue, but it's for people who really want to learn everything there is to learn about trading, the trading space, of what I've learned in my years of finding all of this information. And everyone must know that I started actually at that point. I started at where you are at. I started at looking what is trading, where can I teach it, or where can I not teach it, where can I learn it?
Mhm.
And there was some places I paid a lot of money, which didn't really teach me anything. There's people I followed on YouTube, which I shouldn't have followed, which cost me dearly. And all of, we call it, Corey, my partner at DTM and MTT, we call it the school fees. You know, we paid the school fees and we took all of that information and saw what was working, and we're providing it to you that you can take it further and you can apply it in your strategy. So we just want to we teach you the truths. There's a lot of myths in trading. We want to subtract that. We just want you to stick with the truths and what's working, and you can build on that because we want you to have a winning strategy at the end of the day. You can follow what we are doing at the MTT and DTM, what me and Corey is trading. That is available to you. But my main goal is to teach you how to fish. I don't want to catch the fish for you. I want to teach you how to fish at the end of the day, and you can then, yeah, apply it in your own trading, and you can really make a living out of this. You can really. I know there's a lot of people, Keith. I think a lot of people have. We don't know their whys. We don't know where they are in life, what they're looking for. But I know there's some people, I come from South Africa and I can go to great lengths of what's going on in this country currently. I believe everyone is watching the news. You do know what is going on right here. And what they show in the news is not even the surface. It goes much, much deeper. And yes, there's been a lot of South Africans that we have assisted in basically doing this for a living. One of my students, her name's Dorothy. Don't think she'll mind if I name her here. She basically lost her job and she's just trading for that's her income. And she told me the other day she actually paid with her profit. She paid for her rent and she paid for living and for groceries and all of that. And that's great to hear because people can look after themselves and even more with this type of strategy that we teach. Yes, there's a lot of myths. People say, yeah, get rich quick overnight. Those, no, this is a snowball effect. This is something you're going to start small. You're going to learn how to do it. You're going to do a lot of, there's going to be a lot of work involved. I won't lie. Um, People must not be confused that this is just something you'll learn in one video. It's going to be a lot of work from effort from your side. But what in life, Keith, is not effort that is worth it at the end of the day. And that's what so I can't expect you to bring that willingness to the table, and I will teach you what I know, and you will then take it further and apply it in your own life and apply it in your own trading, and definitely make it I don't want to say a job. A job sounds so,
Mm.
job sounds so I don't want to go to a job. It's just something I do that I have to do. No, this is something, this must be a passion for you. And once you see the profits that you can make out of it, it will become a passion. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So I see there's a lot of Q&As coming in here, Keith. Let me just check. I think Danny's got a couple here.
Yeah,
We
I'll
will
just
go through it now.
Yeah, I'll just read
Um,
one of Danny's mentions that he's done the Hodl Nuts course. That's what he started,
yeah,
and he just commented that it's a superb starting point in trading. Thank you, Danny. You're absolutely right. It is absolutely key, to get that foundation. And then, as
yes.
Danny says, when he's taking the UTC course, he just commented how it's very structured, and you can do the course at your own pace. And if you have any questions during the course, the trainers will answer your questions thoroughly. With the course comes, of course, the tools, the detonator ABC indicators. And by the way, you get those tools for life, and that's the other neat thing. Those indicators probably are worth the price of the course all by itself. So you get the education for free. Let's put it to you that way. So that's a very,
That's
very
it.
important. And thank you, Danny, for those comments. We really, really appreciate it. So
We also got some questions, Keith, here from Zoom. Maybe we can also
yeah.
get into that, but we've got to go through Danny's as well. But we're
Mhm.
getting it from both sides now. So Louise is asking, is the course very long? So I believe the Aldernuts course, Keith, is that 2 weeks? It's a live course and it's 2 weeks.
Well, the Hodlers course, we have it in two structures. One is we have it as a live course, and I believe that spans over 2 weeks, where you
Mm,
do Zoom calls, and if you can't make each call, they're recorded so you can catch them later. But we also have a self-paced Hodlnuts course where basically once you sign up, you can go through the modules at your own speed, at your own time. So you could make it as short or as long as necessary. Because say we're trying to cater to your lifestyle, is and that's the beauty with the Hodl Nuts course. Same with the well, if you've taken the Hodl Nuts course and you decide to move on to the Ultimate Trade course, it is also self-paced. And we can span that thing over 3 months, I mean, all the way up to 6 months. So yeah, Nico, how would you describe your pace and your length of the course with the Hodl with the Ultimate course?
Yeah, the ultimate course, it's more self-paced, like you say, Keith. It's pre-recorded courses or modules and chapters. We have a weekly webinar, but yeah, we decided well to give it for a 6 month period. So you'll get your course, you'll get the indicator for 6 months, and then after that, people might be worried that I know life happens. Sometimes people can't finish the course in 6 months. It's a very vast course. It's a lot of material, but we believe if you really put time and effort into it, you can easily in 2 to 3 months finish it, or even in a month. I have students that finish it in a month. But also, we have after the 6 months, there is options. So we don't expect you to take the course again after 6 months. There's an add-on product that's really, really cheap, where you will still have access to the course and the indicators, or you can progress, say, to the ultimate, the advanced course, or you can progress to Corey Gardner's DeFi course. You can also look at the DeFi course while you're doing the UTC course, but that will be a lot of information as well. But yes, the ultimate DeFi course is definitely what we also um, tell people to take, because DeFi, other than UTC, where we teach you how to trade and how to do technical analysis and do analysis on charts and how to trade it, the ultimate DeFi course jumps into the DeFi space. We look at wallets, we look at projects, we look at, and I don't know if anyone, a lot of people know this, but behind each coin, any crypto coin, there is a project. It's not just a blockchain and a coin is created. There's a project, or it's some type of uh, there's a use
Use,
case for
yeah.
each, yeah, a use case for each coin on the blockchain and what they use it for. For instance, we can think quickly, and one that I really will put out there that people must take note of, and it's a little free, not freebie, but this is some good information for you, is Tau, BitTensor. It's really taken the world by storm. Why? Because it's based on the AI bots, and everything that's going on in the AI world. So Tau is the ticker. That is now the little abbreviation you see on the charts. You want to go look for it. But BitTensor is definitely one of those coins that we will definitely, what we look at Ultimate DeFi course. And Corey goes really into it, and he looks what it's about, where it comes from, what makes it tick. He goes through the white paper. He makes it more easy for you to understand, and show you as well how to use aggregators, as well as how to trade this in a DeFi space too. It doesn't need to be on a centralized exchange. We also look at decentralized exchanges. Just on that point, remember on the Day Trade Masters Signals product, we do decentralized and centralized exchanges. So I don't believe there's anyone really doing that at the moment. And we definitely are looking a lot into, and there's great profits to be made on those type of exchanges too. So yes, the ultimate trading course for sure, 6 months. There is an add-on that you can take for month to month after that, or you can look at the advanced or the DeFi courses too.
Mhm. Yeah. So when you're looking for the other questions, I'd just like to comment that I like to break it down into something that I can relate to. So I would think Hollow Nuts course, the beginner course, is kind of like going and graduating from high school. And then when you take the ultimate trade course, that's like graduating from university. And then when you move into the decentralized finance course, that's like getting a PhD or a master's at the university level.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the
Yeah.
growth period as you go into the cryptocurrency space, because that's where the world is going. And by far, the predictions are that the cryptocurrency space will outperform every other market in the world, including the stock markets, Forex, commodities, you name it. So it is the future, and it's going to change every business out there because of this type of technology. So it's very important for all of us to dip our toe in the water and get started. And start with the education. And honestly, you can't come to a better place than this organization. Said their honesty and integrity just blows me away. And that's why I've been with them for 10 years and will never go away. And I do these calls twice a week because I want to share this to the world. That's how important it is. Yeah,
Sure.
right.
No,
What do we
that's for
got?
sure,
Yeah.
Kev.
Yeah.
Right. Let's quickly see. I'm just checking also YouTube here on my side all the time. But yeah, I hope
Mhm.
we answered that for you, Louise. Thanks for that question. Um, Quickly see Danny's got a lot here. He's also saying still. would like to know what I would get with the IPO subscription, if you can answer that, if that's appropriate. Yes, and then definitely with the IPO subscription, you get a lot. That's more tied to the BitcoinTAF token. But you get a lot in regard of any projects that's launching. That's quite something to look at. But also, more importantly, we also have a private webinar each month with myself and Maurice Landman. We discuss the charts. We show you a little bit more in depth there, and much more value. I believe there's also raffles they do. You can get with me on a call too, and we look at your portfolio. Yeah, and there's lots of value that we provide with the IPO leadership there. So it's definitely something you can look at. And yeah, we bring a lot of value regarding that. Then about UTC course, Danny is saying, he's one of my prize students there, and he's really, really active. He's bringing a lot of value to us on the webinars too. And he's saying about the UTC course, it's a very structured course that you can do at your own pace. If you have any questions during the course, the trainers will answer your questions thoroughly. The course comes to detonate ABC indicators that will greatly help you make decisions. The key point is that you use the information in confluence. Yeah, that little word, Keith and Danny will know. And I am very tired of that word because I use it over and over. Because it's not just one indicator you look at. It's not just one trend line you look at. It's not just one EMA you're looking or exponential moving average you're looking at. You look at a lot of things. And that's what I mean by confluence. You bring it together to make your final decision. That's the power of that strategy. Do not trade on one indicator, as Danny is saying. Use the info combined. Definitely. Confluence is key. And then he also says, I also use the additional product Day Trade Masters. While studying the material for UTC, I can get the charts that you are produced by experienced trainers and help me with my own setups for my charts. While studying, you look at how the pros use all the information. Thank you, Danny. I would say that's another thing. I don't regard myself as a pro, really. I am more they say you student for life, and I learn a lot from my students too, and I keep on learning, and that's how we should do it. But yeah, seeing that has been around a while, how we do it, and no financial advice, but technical advice, for sure. Yeah, you can follow what Corey's doing, especially of DTM in the decentralized space, as well as in the centralized space. Myself on the medium term, a couple of coins I look at and how I trade it, we put it out in a Telegram channel. So everything is communicated in a Telegram channel, and you can take advantage of that. But yes, like Danny say, first do the training. If everyone, Keith, I don't know, if there's new people always come and ask the question, where do we start? Because if you look at that product list of BitcoinTAF, it's quite fast. So where do we start? We always say start with courses. Educate yourself. If you want to be a doctor, you're not just going to start operating on someone. You'll get locked up. It's regarded you'll get another name for that. But if you need to go study, and you need to, I mean, how long is this surgeons? About 10, 12 years before they can even touch someone with a scalpel. So definitely in trading is the same thing. I wouldn't say it will take 12 years. It will take much quicker for you, especially on BitcoinTAF.com, but you will be educated and you will be able to navigate any type of market, not just crypto, Forex, stocks, all of them. And the indicators work also on all of them. So thank you, Danny, for all of that feedback. Really, really great feedback there. Yes, I got no mic, but it's no problem. We love your feedback here, so that's awesome. Just want to check YouTube again, the chat channel. Nothing yet, anyway. Yeah, but a lot of people viewing. So welcome to everyone on YouTube. Great to see you here. And yeah,
I may jump in where you're looking at the comments there. Every age group I find has really enjoyed getting involved in the cryptocurrency space. I mean, I've worked with some people that are, very getting started, like 16 years old. And I have a number of people that are in their 70s and in their 80s that are still passionate about life and wanting to learn more. And it really is a blessing to work with such a wide, diverse group of people from all over the world. I know that Nico here in South Africa, and myself, I'm in Canada, in Western Canada, as you can see by the mountains in the background. And but we work with people from all over the world, and that's why we do these calls twice a week. So we try and cover different time zones. We call this one, of course, our South Africa call, but it really caters to the European and the African continents. Whereas on Mondays, we do these calls Monday evenings to pick up the Americas. So we try and hit these, and that's when we do the calls. We try and structure them so we pick up everybody's time zones as best we can, and that's why we record all of our live calls so that people can pick them up if they miss it. And we also do these self-paced courses so you can do it at your own pace in your own time zones. So that's very, very important.
No, for sure. It's like you say, it's very important that we do cater for the rest of the world. All our analysts too, you'll see Corey is in a different time frame than me. He's more on the Mexican, USA, Canada type of that time zone, where I'm more in the Africa, Europe time zone, and then Marius is more on the New Zealand, Australia, more that time. So we are covered all globally, but we try to keep our times at such a time, especially with our webinars for the courses for everyone to join. So we kind of try and keep it central so we can. But also, just another note on that, not a lot of people have access to me, unfortunately, on Telegram because there's so many people asking me so many questions. But what's great is all the students, you got direct access to me 20, no, I wouldn't say 24/7. I also need to sleep sometimes. But yeah, you have access to me regularly, and I can get I can check what's any problems that you might have, and I can reply to you. So you have access to me as well as on the webinar. So that's a great little effort. Then also, if you are interested in looking at, say, I have a big portfolio, I can trade, but I need someone to guide me a bit, to show me what portfolio, what can have assistance with it, and have, say, the analyst on standby for me. Please have a look at the trade partners or inner circle products. That is definitely our most high-end product. We have direct access to myself and Marius Landman and Wendy Lamp on a Telegram chat channel. We also have one webinar a week, and where we are basically looking at portfolio, we assist you, and you have us on speed dial, so you can get access to us. So that keeps us also quite busy. We also servicing and helping those people and assist them. So that's something, if you would like to look at that, looking more at a high profile and that, or high type of how can I say, portfolio, that's definitely something you can also look at.
Yeah, and just a little birdie on the wall. I know there's for the larger portfolio people, there's some very famous people that are subscribing to that inner circle group. It's really quite amazing because it said it's life changing, and the experts and the quality is beyond imagination. So this is the cool part. Not only are the information that's being given out to the high end investors with the large portfolios, but that same information is brought all the way back down for us smaller investors. You know, the people that start with $100, you're getting the same expert advice as the guys with the $1 million portfolios. That's the cool part.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And yes, we get some some huge portfolios there, but we also get the entry portfolios, and we treat you all throughout the bank. We assist you the best we can, and we definitely look at what we need to look at and what coins you need to look at for sure, and then take you and guide you through it. It will be advantages, of course, if you would like to do the courses. Wow, have us on Inner Circle too, so you can know what we are looking at, but we also give you one-on-one training in Inner Circle. You get everything. So yeah, that's one thing you can also maybe look at if you want, or inclined so. And also just a reminder, we have a BTAF token. We have our own little token in the company. The BitcoinTAF.com as the BTAF token. I believe it's in BTAF.io that you can go have a look at. Doing really great this week. Actually, was a great little push there. And we believe this definitely one of the what we use it for is actually a payment. It's a payment use case here in BitcoinTAF.com, so you can actually buy products with it. So that's what it is currently at. It's a utility token, not a security token. It's a utility token. So yeah, I'll be very proud of that. And then connected to that is also our NFTs. We have an NFT collection. So if you're into art collecting, something that you want to buy now and hold on to, that you can go up with. At the end of the day, definitely something you can look at if you are an art collector or you're big on the NFT space, definitely too. Right. What staking percentage for the BTAF token do you get with the IPO at this moment? Danny, I have to look for you. I cannot pull it out of my thumb right now. Let me just make sure quickly. Keith, I don't know if you have those figures with you.
Yeah, I don't know have the answer to that one. Um gee, I do have to take a look. I think what basically is the BTAF token is a utility token, and it's tied into the AI space. And it's actually what's really unique about it. It seems to be a predictor of the market, the overall markets, and so it gives us indicators into patterns that future patterns that are going to happen in the crypto space. So Marius Landman is the developer of that, and of course, he is the expert in algorithms and AI technology. So, as an IPO member, I believe that I think he just gives you access to buy the coins. Did you? I
There's
don't know.
also, I think there's memberships. Yeah, I think there's memberships like that, platinum membership and diamond. Let me just check quickly on the site here.
Yeah,
And on the staking, let's just quickly check. I don't want to give you the wrong information.
for sure.
There's
What?
still, okay, there's a couple of contracts that has matured, but I believe there is one that's for 6 months still at 20% APR that's currently on there.
Okay, so as you
Um,
purchase X amount of coins for the price, and then you get
that's it.
the yield
That's
of
it.
20%
That's
growth
a
on
20% APR for sure.
it.
So that one is still open. There's also the Whisper Drop. Remember, Danny, also the Whisper Drop. Please have a look at the Whisper Drop. It's also on BitcoinTAF.com. On the far right, you'll see on the menu the Whisper Drop. It says everything. It tells you everything you need to know. A lot of people also are now busy with the Whisper Drop, getting in with that too.
Which, in for the layman's terms, a whisper drop is getting access to new startup projects where they literally will give you free coins to develop a following for their new project. So we have access to those as well.
Sure. All right. Any more questions? I don't see anything on YouTube. I see a lot of followers on YouTube. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, BitcoinTAF.com with myself and Keith. Keith, it looks like a great backdrop, that man. It looks like you in the Canadian mountains somewhere.
Yes, we truly are blessed with some of the most beautiful scenery in the entire world, with the beautiful Rocky Mountains, literally about 1 hour from where I live. It's just absolutely phenomenal.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
what I'm
yeah,
I'm going to just, well, we got a moment. I'm just going to share my screen, and I'm just going to
mm,
share a Bitcoin chart. Now you're going to see a lot of, drawings and maps on this, but basically the education that we get, we're able to create all of this on a trading view. And this tells me what's happened in the past and what's happening in the present, but more importantly, with the guidance of Marius Landman, I know what's going to happen in the future. This is the part that is so invaluable. And, you know, proprietary, you need to subscribe to Marius's long-term reports to know what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to continue going up? Are we going to go sideways? Are we going to go down? And that's the key. If I know where we're going in the future over a relative time frame, then I can strategize my entire portfolio based on that. And then from this information, I can then extrapolate what's happening in all these other altcoins that you see in the marketplace. So this is so invaluable. I wanted just to share that little picture to you, give you an idea as to where you're going once you have this information. I know that may look messy to a lot of you, but to me, that is an entire essay right there with all that symbols and all that information. And I can sleep at night knowing where we are and where we're going. And it just makes being involved in the crypto space so much more fun. So while we're going back to Nico, did we find any other questions there?
not yet. I see people are kind of just listening. They're enjoying this live stream, all the information that we're already providing. Lots of new viewers there on YouTube. Awesome to have everyone on live stream. Danny, any question from you? you see you in a couple of years. So if there's anything else would you like to know, please drop us a. I know your mic, you don't have a mic on your side, so please drop us a. So anyone that wants to really join our live webinar here, go to bitcointaf.com underneath events. There is a live webinar link. Then you can come also ask us questions on this live webinar. So we have it on both ways. We have YouTube live streaming as well as the webinars that we are doing.
Yeah. Um,
I see we are really getting up with popularity on YouTube. Great to see that. Everyone wants to learn here together. Yeah, so I unfortunately on my laptop today, so I wish I had all the charts. Otherwise, if anyone had
I'll
any
just,
questions regarding the chart,
yeah, I'm
can
going to
look at
share my
that too.
screen on that. I've got the arrow chart up, and I just wanted to
Oh, nice.
yeah. And so with this chart, we've got 12-hour candles, and this is a coin that was recommended to us from Nico and Corey. And what we're looking at here is they give us guidance after the training is, okay, here's a good entry zone, there's a good stop loss area, and then we're going to see these take profit levels. These are support and resistance zones. So as this coin is going up, and we can protect our capital and we can get in and trade these different zones and lock in the profits and maybe trade this 3 or 4 or 5 times. So you're not just riding it from the bottom to the top, but you're actually, most coins oscillate up and down. They may be trending up, but they oscillate. And so we take advantage of that. So we know when to get in and when to get out and make multiple profits on a trade like that. So that's just a little picture into how we play this game. And in fact, while you're looking for other things on there, Nico, I'm going to just set this up with the HODL fire to show. I don't know if I shared that earlier
Yeah,
because I may have missed it on sharing the screen. So let me just set this up, and I'm going
that's quite
to.
an awesome indicator. That I mean, especially if you're scalping and shorter term trading, that's a very nice indicator.
Yeah, I'll just set that up here. It'll take me 30 seconds or so. And
No worries.
moment, I need to hide everything. And let's go down to 2 hours. There we go. And put in one more thing here. And right, here we go. So I am going to share my screen again. And I'm going to show the indicator called the HODL fire. And this indicator is an absolute phenomenal little tool because at the end of the day, what it's showing us is pivot points. When are we getting a top of a trend and when we're at the bottom of a trend? And then we get buy and sell tags. So once you're trained on utilizing this tool, it's really quite simple. We simply look for a bottom pivot, look for a buy tag, which we got right here, and we would enter that trade. And then immediately what we would do is we would then set a stop loss to protect our capital so that we don't know the future. So we want to protect our capital in case it goes the wrong way. We get out with a small loss as opposed to a big loss. And then as the coin trends up, we simply move our stop loss up to break even to protect our capital. Now we got a risk-free trade, and we may move it into profit as it's going forward. But ultimately what we're looking for is a pivot top, and that's when we know it's time to get out. In this case, we would have bailed out about there, and we would have locked in a lovely little profit, in this case, of about, let's see here, a nice little 30% profit. And
That's awesome.
one tool we can use over and over again. And these are on 2-hour candles. They work on, 2-hour, 4-hour candles, 1-hour candles. I don't like using it in shorter time frames because if you get into smaller time frames, I think you need to do the HODL course so you get better indicators. But for 1-hour to 4-hour candles, this indicator works extremely well. And they even have live calls each week where you can, as a member of this tool, you can ask the people, well, what happened here, what happened there, because like all indicators, they are working on probabilities. And you're not always going to get 100% success in trading. And that's the key. That's why we always use risk management. So hopefully that will help encourage you to take a serious look at some of that tool to get started. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Sure, no, that is a great tool. I've seen, oh man, I see Wendy on that tool, and she's absolute pro. Talking about pros, the way she uses it, and she scalps, yeah, on a 1 minute, it's crazy to see. But the amazing profits they make very quickly there. I believe they also have like a Kiefer den. And the Holland's goes like a den where the community after the training, you can be part of a scalping community in the den, trading together. And
Yeah.
that's really a good value that you can also look at there for
Mhm.
sure. Then everyone that's more into long-term trading, Marius Landman has reports, like you said in the beginning, he started this the company with these long-term trading reports, and it's still ongoing. Still 1 week, every week there's a webinar still that he's doing. And for everyone that's more of if you have patience, if you're more investor, that is type of the reports that you can also look at. He gives very a lot of reports each week. One of them also the Elliott Wave report, as well as the stock market report. He also has made available now for the inner circle people. So inner circle people can also look at what stocks to trade too. So like I said, we just don't, it's not only crypto we stick to a vast array of markets that we look at. So just that little, I don't know if anyone knows that, but yeah, there's a couple of reports, Elliott Wave, long-term reports that he supplies, as well as his world famous webinar he does every week. I started when I was in trading, I started watching Marius when I was still a newbie back in the day. So I learned a lot from him and still continue to learn a lot from him. Really fortunate to be in a team with him.
Yeah.
Right. Anyone? There has been questions regarding analysis as well, or analysts, how it works. Do we recruit analysts for BitcoinTAF.com? What is the type of thing? Currently, we are not really looking. We are quite full house, but if the program that you will follow is basically what you will follow the courses, you will start with Holdenots, you will then do UTC, you will do DeFi, and you'll do advanced, and that is kind of like a prerequisite for anyone that also would like, say, to look at analysts and doing the type of analysis that we do with the charts. So that's a starting point for you. So that's why we, again, look at the courses. It's definitely something you need to look at.
Well, and I can share with you, folks, that when Nico and Corey have collaborated together and Marius and Wendy, all four, look at the markets from different perspectives, even though they've all got the similar training, utilizing the tools. But the key is the power of four people's minds looking at at the projects gives you better guidance. And we've had I think you've had two or three people that have taken this information and now have become part of your community of analysts that work together as a team that we don't even know of in the background. So there's,
Yes.
let's put it this way, if you are an enthusiast and already do your own analysis, hey, we'd love to have you come on board, take our courses and just see how it aligns with what you're presently doing. We would really enjoy that. So we're an open book.
For
We
sure.
want everybody to
Mm.
win. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, it's again based on Maurice's what his principle was and all to help people. As I believe everyone knows his background as an orphan, adopted, all of that. So, he always wanted just to help you, and that was his main aim with this company. I don't know if everyone knows about these projects, humanitarian projects that he's doing in Africa too. With water wells and all of that. So there's a lot more to BitcoinTAF than just what trading. We look at helping people too, and we have. And like I said, our courses is really well priced. If you see what else is in the world regarding courses, and then they don't even have any type of support that we give you, and we teach you all the truths. So we want to help you.
Yep.
We all can just trade, but no, we're there to help you. That's our passion. That's where our heart lies, for
I can
sure.
honestly say that prior to me getting introduced to Bitcoin Tap, I was wanting to get into learn how to trade, and so there was another company that offered a complete training course for only $10,000 US, which is what I paid, and ongoing. after I paid the $10,000 initiation, ongoingly it was costing me $250 a month. And after I took the course, I went, I paid that much for that little bit of information. I still don't know what the heck I'm doing. I was,
Mm.
I felt ripped off. I got to be very honest with you. I was very disappointed. And that's why I was so blessed to come across Marius and Wendy and their organization. It just changed my life because I was ready to give up. I really was. I just thought that
Yes.
yeah. I I thought like the big boys, professional analysts and traders, they're keeping the all the tools in their vest and they're not telling you and they're you know and that literally I just thought it was sad that they didn't want to help the little guy. And
That's true. That's true. Yeah, they just give you that little snippet, and then they don't give you anything else. And I've encountered the same, Keith. It's like you do that course, and you're like, at the end of the day, you're like, I'm still struggling,
yeah,
still nothing's happening. And the other thing is as well, I always a lot of people, I don't know, get angry with me with this, but if you free education that you can go and look at platforms, what people will show you there, it's like it's always a tricky thing. Because I fell into that trap. On social media, I go and look at all the so-called training videos and what they teach you, but they just teach you 20%. They don't teach you the rest of the 80% at the end of the day. And they did make so much, but they never show you what they lost.
that's right.
Just keep your mind into in day trade masters MTT. We used to. I think we're going to bring it back. We show our profits we made for the month as well as our losses.
Mhm.
And Corey is very transparent, and so am I, regarding what if there was a loss, which is very little actually with this new strategy we're following. But we still say if there was, say, a 5% stop loss, we was saying, we are very transparent here. We're not going to lie to you and say we made so much, but don't show you the losses at the end of the day. And that's the one thing that you need to also bear in mind with the so-called gurus out there is what is the motive behind it?
That's right.
So, like we say, we want to help you at the end of the day.
The number one thing that I got out of everything we deal with is that no matter who I'm working with, Marius, Wendy, Nico, Corey, every investment we get into, we protect that capital. That's the very first thing we do. We create the stop losses and the toodles so that no matter what happens in the world, we de-risk that trade to make sure that we can live to fight another day. And that's the number one thing that they don't teach you in any of the courses, and how to set them up, how to utilize them. That to me is worth its weight in gold right there.
I just on that point, Keith, I've seen a lot of students come to me as well where they did do a course and they will say, no, but I know trading view. Then I will usually say, no, you don't. You don't really know. Yes, you know this and that, but you know what? That's why we show you everything, everything. So we really dissect it. A lot of people have started complaining to me that I think the UTC trading view is like 6 or 8 hours long,
Yes.
where I deep dive into it. So just to give you that, you will know everything, and what other people don't teach you. I can't believe that people don't know what an object tree is. It's
Yeah.
amazing. People say they've been trading for years and they don't know what an object tree is. So yeah, I also didn't know until I learned what it is. And then I'm like, wow, it's just your head explodes and everything comes, everything just comes together. But yes, we want you also what I saw in the conference, we were on the Las Vegas Bitcoin conference just a few weeks ago. And trading wise, there's not a lot of people doing that in the space. And I think I know why, because it's a lot of work and people, it costs a lot. And
Mm.
people tend to go more towards mining or more towards AI and all of that. But when it comes to training and how to trade, there are a lot of people doing that. And we are there. We're the one-stop shop for you for that. Keith, I think we're almost there at that time. I don't know if there's any closing
Yeah.
words from you, sir.
Yeah, well, the only closing wisdom I have is that be very weary of people offering you get rich programs where, oh, we have this AI technology now. You just give us your money and we'll have this automatic bot trade for you, and you'll just sit back and make loads of money. Folks, There is no such thing as easy money. Please don't get caught up in that racket. The get rich quick schemes rarely ever work. Trust me, if you want to be successful at anything in life, get educated. Please
Yes.
start with the education. It will save your investments. I've seen too many people getting sucked into these so-called automatic systems where you trust this AI bot, you trust this analyst, and you give them your money, and guess what? They keep your money. It's gone. And
That's
so
it.
please
That's
don't,
it.
please. So thank you for coming on today and listening to us, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone. It was great seeing everyone, all of you. And thanks, Danny, for being with us and everyone on YouTube. Great to always have you on board. We're back on Monday, I believe. Monday, my late evening, Keith's, I think,
Yeah,
afternoon, morning, Keith. Yeah.
yeah. It's
So,
actually Monday afternoon at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time,
that's it.
which is about
Yeah.
4 p.m. LA time, and about 9 or 10 o'clock New York time. Some of the time zones. You
There we go. Danny's saying, will we be bringing out any action figures for the Bitcoin TAF team? Definitely, man. That's a great idea. We can look into that for sure. Um, yeah, watch this space. Getting some merchandise here, getting some merchandise online, yeah, getting that. And we're actually thinking about it for the Bulldogs too, our NFTs, to maybe like make like a little figurine that you can have, like a collectible. But yeah, watch this space for sure. But yeah, thanks so much, Keith. Thanks, Danny. Thanks, everyone. And we'll see each other soon.